out in the darkness, a fugitive one, fallen from God, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield. I'm doing it in another key, and I still didn't get the role. I was considered more useful in the what's known as the backup choir. Stand in the back and ooh and ah. So fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Anyway, hello ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pear Pod. My name is Sam Byers. I will be your captain this evening. Coming to you from a fucking weird Spain. The sky is like an Arabian Nights job. There's shand in the sky. If you've been on Instagram at all or follow anyone in Spain, on Instagram you would see them all over Instagram putting up their stories. Oh my God, it's like God's giving us a filter, a natural filter. It's a filter. It's awesome. It's so awesome. My protein discount. Anyway, yeah. The myself and Myron took a impromptu trip to Malaga, and did it rain the entire time we were there? Yes. Was there some sort of hybrid rain, which was infused with sand that would then destroy my white shirt, which I wore? Yes. Was Malaga kind of beautiful, and we went to the Picasso Museum, and it was just, as boring as I thought it was going to be, and full of weird pictures, and he's not actually as good as he kind of thinks he is? Yes. Like, I said this to Myrn, I prefer Kevin's art. My friend Kevin is a better artist, in my opinion, than Picasso. I went into the museum with, full expectations to enjoy it, and there's a ceramic grey plate with what looks like orange face paint drawn with his finger, a smiley face in the middle of the plate. Art, I only like art that I can't do myself. Like true artistry where I'm like, that is magnificent. Look at the skill shown here. Picasso, mate, you've got a load of stuff with moths all deformed and shit, and I get that it's like a unique, he's got a unique take and all that kind of stuff, but it's not. For me, it wasn't. Like, we went to the Banksy Museum in Germany, and I was like, oh, God, this shit is clever. It's, like, makes you think. Visually, it's unreal. He's obviously got incredible skill. He's got a really nice take on things. It just wasn't, yeah. Anyway. But Malaga was beautiful, man. It just kind of was shit. You had the lovely, like, really tight, narrow streets, winding streets. It was lovely, man, with no cars, and it's just all path for the feet. And it was lovely. Oh, we got Mexican on the last night. Good. God, did Myrn sink 2 burritos? Yeah. I got tacos. Oh, man, I got the... what was it called? Carnitas, maybe? I got, like, steak tacos and fucking pork tacos. Oh, give me a break. Give me a fucking break. It was great. And arrived back today, and, got to get that pod in. Got to get the pod in. I will never not get a pod in. Ever. So we have a few things to discuss. Obviously, we're going to go into my dramatic story from Everybody Cut for Lose, and kick off his Sunday shoes and say to please, Louise, pull me off of my knees, and then you say, cat, get back. Come on before we crack. So I'll tell you that story. But we also have some MMA content to discuss. So let's get into that. Let's get into it. Run this segment. So, UFC returned to London last weekend. We had, Jesus Christ, fucking 9 performance bonuses, which like I don't think has ever happened. Dana just throwing out the cash, and we know why, because he's underpaying motherfuckers. Anyway, so I'm trying to think of all the winners or all the people I think that had. Paul Craig from Scotland just like continues to get battered for like the fight, and then just cinch up a triangle in the last minute. Guy's a freak. I like he talks like this. No, fuck, I can't do a Scottish. Paul Craig. That's not bad. But congratulations to Paul. Continues to do the thing. Call out Anthony Lionheart Smith, who is in my top 5 fighters. Not for his, obviously the way he fights is fucking ferocious and all that shit. But if you knew, like, maybe one day I'll do a pod on him, because there's so much stuff outside the octagon and stuff that's happening inside the octagon that if you knew, you'd just have a whole lot. Like, the guy could be champion right now if he wanted to. He could have, in the John Jones fight, when he got a legally need, he could have said, I can't continue. He would have won the belt. Been a champion. But the guy's a beast. Didn't want to win that way. Anyway, Paul Craig. Congratulations, Paul Craig. We, oh my God, Molly Meatball McCann with a spinning elbow from fucking Merseyside. If you don't know who Molly McCann is, she's a fucking Scouser, and she's in the same camp as Paddy Pimblett, and she fought, Jesus Christ, she's in a scrap with this bird. It's you know, back and forth. She's definitely winning the fight, and then just out of nowhere, they're in the clinch. She comes out of it, spinning elbow. Potentially KO of the year. Might be KO of the year. Unless some, you know, when you obviously you see what else happens, but that thing is fucking perfect. How many of those on the button? Because everyone didn't wake up for about 20 minutes. You know? And Molly McCann, huge winner. Got signed to Barstool Sports. She's fucking sick. Congratulations to her. Obviously Paddy. A little bit like Paddy was like, congratulations to Paddy, obviously, but he got a little bit of hate because the guy loves to get cracked at the start of the fight before he, gets going. And in the end, he gets the choke wins by choke, but definitely did get cracked at the start. Still, you know, on his way up, but by the fucking amount that came out that he got paid, he should be fighting these kind of lads. The chap got paid 12 grand and 12 grand, which it was about a $5 million gate in London this weekend. Paddy being probably even though he wasn't the headline fight, because the heavyweights will usually get that, he was, you know, the biggest star on the card and the people were most excited to see. Got paid 24 grand, you know. Got the bonus, but the bonus, you know, it's not part of the purse in terms of like what he was contractually guaranteed. Could have left UFC London with 12 grand. After you pay your tax and you pay your camp, all your other bills, you might have 5 or 6 grand after selling out the O2 and the entrance gate. It's just crazy. You're classing me. Pay more money, me. And then, Tom Aspinall, what do I need to say? The guy's a marvel. Alexander Volkov's a real guy. Has, you know, fought the best in the business, been around for a long time, and, you know, he doesn't get finished a lot. And Tom Aspinall talking about the first round, man. It's disrespectful. And now you're like, the sky's the limit for him a little bit, you know? I have actually, I'm just going to grab my monster, folks, and get a little zip up the bum. Hold on. Oh, it's not attractive for anyone. No one wants to see it. No one wants to see his midriff. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It doesn't even fit. It doesn't even fit in the fucking chair. Tom Aspinall, man. He's going to get Cyril Gane next. What a scrap. But all in all, man, UFC London, one of the best fight nights. In fact, that was a free card. They're definitely going to come back again, from what I've heard. Oh, why wouldn't you? The fucking crowds like that. And there's clearly an appetite for it. So Dana's fucking looking in his pockets going, grand. Alexander Volkov is probably the best paid fighter on the card, I'd say. Yeah. But that Paddy fucking chucked out his numbers. So Dana's going to be getting asked about it. And he'll be like, hey, yeah. But then again, that's what you signed. So you're backing yourself. And then on the other side of the MMA news, I've titled this segment The Fall of Jorge Masvidal. People who are active in the MMA world will know that on Saturday night, maybe, after Colby Covington recorded a podcast with the Nelk boys. Fucking Nelk. Fucking Jorge Masvidal pulled up on him with a mask and gave him a 3-piece and like sucker punched him. Just like, yeah, I'm kind of conflicted. On one side, do you go like, just to be, so he got a few digs in on Colby, fractured Colby's tooth, then they kind of ran away. You know, Jorge has said on record he has one of the best sucker punches in the game. I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but you know, clearly he does, this guy. And he, Colby pressed charges, and Jorge was arrested and put out on bail. And there's two schools of thought here. People are like, you just had 25 minutes with the guy to get paid to end him. Do you know what I mean? To start to KO him, and you can't do it in 25 minutes. He beats you, and now you're like, you're just taking cheap shots at him whenever you can. Like, and that's kind of bitchy. Then there's the other side, which is Colby like spoke about his kids, the mother of his kids, that whole relationship. Their kids will see that. You know, if his daughter has like Instagram or whatever, I'm sure she does. Like, she's seeing all that shit. And Jorge might have been like, look, man, you're fucking getting it. I told you we're getting it. You're getting it until I decide you're not getting it anymore. Which is like, maybe is that I told you exactly what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to keep doing it. You're like, yeah. But it just proves Colby, it's not a show with Jorge. Do you know what I mean? You disrespect Game Bread. Game Bread comes. The guy used to fight in fucking back gardens. Right? So don't be disrespecting him. And yeah, you're going to get fucked up. So I don't know how to stand on it. It's going to be, you know, obviously great for headlines and stuff. But it's a shame that I don't know if it's a shame. Like, this is it. These are fighters, but maybe this will teach Colby. I don't know if it's going to teach Colby a lesson or just egg him on to do it more. But kids is off limits. People's kids, people's religions. Even when Conor did the shit with Khabib, and he was talking about like the religion of like the Muslim religion as a whole, and like Khabib's wife, and she like, oh man, it kind of hits the room like a little bit colder, doesn't it? The whole thing, you're like, oh, it's kind of just, that's just not great from you. And it's hard to support someone who does that. Like, everything else is on the table. Make fun of him personally and all that stuff, but yeah. I wonder what's going to happen. He'll press charges. He won't go to jail, I'm sure. I think it'll just be like a fine or whatever, but Jorge has priors, I think. Colby said he did. So yeah, a little bit of a dampener. Hopefully that all gets fucking resolved. Maybe they fight again. But Jorge, you're getting fucked up again if you fight again. So you lost me. And Jorge, you're on a fucking, what's that, a 3-fight skid? Like, 3-fight skid. Shit. Jorge Conor, 2022, summer. Watch the space. Okay, so I think what I was thinking, I know at the intro I talked about Footloose, but I think I'm going to talk about my 5th year audition for Hairspray. The only thing better than Hairspray, that's me. Shadooba-dee-doo-wah. It's Corny Collins, the only thing better than Hairspray. That's me. Alright. People who don't know Hairspray, girl, not the most attractive girl, tries to like join this TV show where they all dance and sing, and she's like, you're not hot, you're not cool enough to be in it, and also no black people are allowed to be in it either. So like it tackles it from, if you're, everyone's included. That's the main goal of it. So the audition process, I'm coming off fourth year, I'm coming off Footloose, where I had a pretty decent role as Lackey Lyle, had like a couple of lines where they had to mic. If you get mic'd up, you're a G in the Wesley productions, right? If you get mic'd up and they go, Sam, you got your mic, you're a big dick. Your dick's fucking swinging bigger than everyone else is there. So I come into fifth year and I'm like, okay, we're doing fucking Hairspray. There's a role called Corny Collins, who's like the presenter of the show. I'm like, okay, say less, write a role less perfect for me, please. I think I auditioned and got a call back. I'm 90% sure I did. And we had to sing, I think we had to sing, 'cause without love, like is like, fuck, like flashbacks. Life is like a season with no summer without love. Life is rock and roll without a drummer. Tracy, I'll be yours forever, 'cause I never wanna be without love. No, I'll do it from higher. Fuck you. Without love. So that was the song we had to do, right? So I think we did it as a little group of guys, or you do it on your own. But the callback was a fucking duet, right? With the fucking Mott, and you have to do Without Love with them. I was like, oh no. So I think I did it with I'm pretty sure it was Maya, who was like this like super fucking bubbly like Caribbean bird who was in our year. And we had to go in and practice, and I was so fucking uncomfortable, not my game. And without love, I remember passionately. And so you have to like practice in the choir room or whatever. So like just picture me like, hi girl that like is in my year, we don't talk and you think I'm a prick because I probably tried to like chat up your mates. Or definitely did. Successfully. What no? Love that. Fucking rot there, Pear, is he on the head? Go on, son. Not that, love that, Pear. Don't get me started on my set piece ability. Do not. So yeah, so you book out choir room C, and then you go in and start singing love songs to each other. Once I was a selfish fool who never understood. And I was never like, this the worst. You have to like act out the words. So like one of the lines is like, never looked inside myself, but on the outside, I look good. You have to act that out, like fucking put a gun to my head and shoot it. Pull the fucking trigger and explode my brains all over the stage. But that's the game. And after the fourth year cast party, which, is another story for maybe like a Patreon, maybe at some point, I was like, I'm coming to this fifth year thing coming in hot, and I'm going to get a lead role because those dudes fucking, that's what you want to be. Fifth year, you're not the youngest anymore. So I'm coming in expectant. Oh. And then I go in and audition. We practiced a bit, and I definitely wasn't like that keen. And like, you have to kind of act together. So maybe like I'm grabbing her hand and pulling it back, and like we're spinning and stuff, and coming closer and working away. And oh fuck, man, kill me. And then so it's my one of my rugby coaches, Peter Wallace, Shelley McP, Miss Spicer, and I think Miss Balfe, who was like two music teachers, who like she thought I was a prick, so I was just in there for the session, which I was, but also she recognized my range vocally and also as an actor and also, spiritually. So yeah, we go in and do it, and I can't quite remember the whole thing, probably blocked it out. But I know I opened, I think I was a little stiff, and I don't understand, what's the fucking, what do people sing in? Harmony. So, what do I not sing in? And so like, she's doing like flawless. So Maya's an incredible singer. She got like a class role, and she's like, oh, without love, and I'm supposed to like find the harmony. I'm supposed to know it. I just can't quite. So I'm just without love. Obviously, I'm making a joke. Obviously, I still nailed it, but yeah, it wasn't my best. And I remember like Maya like wasn't happy after with me. She's like, oh, you were a little stiff. Fuck you, bitch. But yeah, I just struggled with that audition, man. the two people threw me for a loop, and they knew I wanted Corny Collins. I'm coming off the 4th year production. Like, come on, I'm coming off Hades for fuck's sake. And now, needless to say, we leave the audition. I'm a little deflated, but I always had decent range, and I'm bubbly, so like the presenter seemed to make a good fit for me. And then Tracy, I'm in love with you no matter what you weigh, 'cause that's not true. You need to get your life in order now. Without love, you've got to trim it down, or I won't date you, Tracy. I'll be here as long as you continue to slim down. Without love, oh, yes, now you've captured me, love. I'm not going to do the whole thing. So the way they announce it is, I'm pretty sure they just put it up in the drama room on a little list, like killer. You go up and have a fuck, yeah. Thing goes up, you start looking at the cast, and no, mains, no. I think Tommy got seaweed. Shout out to Tommy. Tommy just decided, I'm just gonna fucking run the musicals in Wesley for the fucking. You started in 3rd year, like did 4 years of musicals. That's how good he was. And so there was like the two mains, then Seaweed and their crew. So Seaweed, no, all the way down. Corny Collins, no. Lenny got it. Lenny, you fucking asshole. A little stiff in his role, in my opinion. He did a fine job with it, but come a little bit more charisma. Could have brought an emotional side out to it a little bit. He did a fine job. I'm cool enough to explain that, to accept that. I think my Spicer made a mistake. I think, could have been, could have called it back, asked, to a second. What is this, fucking wee amateur hour? I can't have an off day. I was fucking Lyle. So yeah, I got Seaweed's crew, which is, if you don't have a name, who are you? I didn't have a name, and like just had to be in the background a lot, which would mean you're around a lot, but you're just seen as you're just kind of a faceless guy in the way, and like get out of this person's shot. Don't be as into what you're doing. Just like sink in. Sam, stop stealing the stage. Sam, you're totally taking over the stage with your personality and your smile. So if you could just ramp that down. Okay, cool. I'll internalize it. I'll just go fuck myself. And so yeah, the 5th year musical, Hairspray, probably would have been my favorite one to do, because there was a couple of fucking great tunes in there. Yes, now you've captured me. But then, like I'm coming off Lyle and Hades. I'm coming off Lyle. The girl gets around. Oh yeah, so I might tell you that quick story. So Footloose in the year before in Footloose, myself, Rory, and Hugh, little threesome, naughty threesome, got a little trio gang of Hugh, who's like the head bad guy of the gang, and then me and Rory were the two backup dudes. I was Lyle, and he was someone else. I had one line. It was something like, it was like I had to just talk him up a little bit, but I had to get a mic, and I had to say my line. I kind of mumbled it the first night. I was so scared. But like people would be like, okay, we need Lyle, or we need, what was his name? Sorry, I have to get this. I have to, because this is just, it's too much. What time are we at? 24, okay. Lyle, Footloose. The girl gets around. Chuck, that was who he had, all right? So Hugh was Chuck Cranston. And then me and Rory were Chuck's lackeys. And like one of the things, fucking Hugh has to go and like neck this bird Helen, who was like a 6th year. We're in 4th year, and Hugh's fucking macking this chick, and me and Rory are like, chubbing him up before, making sure he's ready, making sure he looks good, feels good, smells good, looks good. And we had to be like, we had the stage to ourselves for a few bits, and I was, oh God, the heat of the lights. The smell, the laugh, the crowd, the hush, the gasps, the screams. And then, so like obviously at the cast party, like the 6 years know who you are and you're a 4th year. So it's a pretty powerful place to be. You know, you're supposed to be the funny guy. You were able to act because you were the bad guys, like Miss Spice who was in charge, be like, come on guys, don't play into your roles too much. So good. I'm a bad boy though. For real. Tell everyone. And then to go from that to Seaweed's crew. As you know, and you know, I got into rugby, you know, in 5th year, which, you know, maybe that taken into account a little bit, maybe because I couldn't offer myself totally to the production, because I was an essential cog in the rugby machine for, you know, seniors. Actually, no, I was playing in the 4th year team that year. What? Was I the one of 2 5th years that played on the 4th year rugby team in history of Wesley? Did we found the D15? The Development 15? I am one of the products of the Development 15. Maybe that's another story, man. That could be another story time. If you got this far, like the fucking video. That's all I'm going to ask you to do is like it. Because people watch it and everyone likes this. You'd be crazy not to like this. Nuts. But yeah, so maybe that was a factor when, you know, Peter was casting. Is it weird to get into amateur dramatics as a 27-year-old and take it real seriously? You know, something about, I'm not finished on stage, but you know, maybe this is my stage, talking to, you know, 15 to 40 people on any given week, and you know, most of the times with me refreshing the page, you know, gotta run the views up, gotta play the game, gotta play it. This has been very relaxing. I didn't really have a plan for this podcast. Pause while people presume that you have a... Oh no, you would all make the joke then. A plan? He doesn't have a plan for any of them. That's true. These are my notes for this episode, so people can't see. There's 4 lines. I remember... What was Seaweed's song? The girl gets around. I play a little bit of my song. Hold on, let me see if I can go an outro to this. Yeah. The girl gets around. This is a clip from The Girl Gets Around from Footloose, and this is quite similar to what we wore on the day. So.
Was born yesterday with her innocent look and her little town ways. When she's smiling at me, she's got angels in her eyes. But I've seen how she moves, and this girl really cooks. She's taught me some tricks you can't learn in books, and I'm starting to think she's the devil in disguise. The girl gets around, and she knows what she likes. I got what she needs. Just wait on tonight. Just wait. We'll both make a move. The girl gets around. Good God, this girl gets around.
So, like, you know, did we call Helen a whore for 3 minutes on stage? The girl gets around. This girl has a lot of loose sex. Boo. Okay, folks, enough of the gay jokes. Especially if I'm gonna beat up ad yourself, Alo. Maybe I should just go out to. Maybe we'll. That might be our outro song this week. But thank you all for listening. I hope you had fun. I had fun. It's great to talk to you all again. I will most likely talk to you all next week. If you would consider liking the podcast, leaving a comment or a query, I would appreciate it. I'll see you all in the comment section. America.